each other. And from Monday through Friday, we talk and we have fun and we have conversations that help us have more productivity, more happiness and more joy in our life. We talk about conversations that expand our mind. We share tips, tools, and techniques that help us create thrivability in the world. And it is Friday and we have, oh my gosh, we worked so well this weekend. And we had such an incredible week. We have so many surprises coming for you in this show and on this channel that I'm so glad you joined us. I'm so glad you're with us. So today, as we pop on, do me a favor. If you're new here, put your name down below. I'd love to know you and get to meet you, and let's have fun and have a cup of coffee together. And if you're here all the time, thank you. I appreciate you so much. The support for this channel and the support for this network is absolutely heartwarming. Thank you for being with us here today. And so as we start this Friday, of course, I want to say, and here we go. We got some people popping on now. We got this. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Friday, everyone. Joy is my favorite word. You know what? It is one of my favorite words as well. And so here, good morning, Metadime Digital. Good morning, Vickie, home of the Coffee Break Show. Hot coffee hot off the stove. That's right. Here's one of my favorite people. Hey, 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 happy Friday. Nice to see you. I'm looking for some good news from people from their success stories today. And I want to share some inspiration, and I want to just have some coffee with you and have some fun. And look who's joined us today. Good morning, Marie Jo. It's so nice to see you. So very nice to see you on. I am in a lot of gratitude this morning. And you know how you have insights and epiphanies and things that are helping you move forward in your life? Today, I had one. Today, I had another kind of awakening that I want to share, but I also want to hear about what fabulous things have you done. So I want to let you know I'm writing a book, and the book is being co-written, but I'm the main writer of that book, and I'm pushing myself to make the best work I've ever made my entire life, because the book is called Sink or Swim, and it's literally a survival guide to get through from now 2020 to 2030, what you need to look for, how income's going to come in, how people can best handle what's coming in from now 2020 to 2030. And the co-author of that book is Scott Stevens, and he's also next Wednesday's guest. And I want to tell you, you don't want to miss this show. Okay, first off, I'm going to brag a little bit. Scott's a dear friend of mine. I absolutely love and adore him so much. But why I adore him is because I think he's one of the most courageous people I've ever met. And what I mean by courageous is he was a whistleblower. And he knows a lot. I mean, he's got 40 years experience of studying both weather patterns and economic trends and how closely they're related. He's a meteorologist and an investigative journalist. He's been on shows everywhere. He's keynote speaked around the whole world. He's been on Coast to Coast AM. The guy is just amazing at his knowledge base and how he can help people, look at trends and get ahead of the trend. And he does a lot of research. He's a partner at Metadime Digital, and he's been a business partner before in my life. This isn't our first gig together, but I will tell you, his knowledge base is something you don't want to miss. You're going to see things about the future that you're going to want to prepare for now. It's going to be a show that is necessary to have, so necessary. We're going to be adding it to the Metadime Digital channel. We're going to bring you smart perspectives. And the first kickoff is going to be Wednesday of next week. And if you're unsure of well, what does the future hold? Or what do I need to look out for? Or how can I plan and prepare? Or what careers are going to be going hot? That show's going to tell you that. And we're going to be discussing absolutely everything with Scott so that we can move to that place together. And you'll be armed with some information that you're going to need that's going to help you get through 2030. Now, I want to talk about something today, but first I want to say hi to all you people who came on. Let's see. I like this. Happy Friday, Ambassador. That to me is Robert Stern. Robert is the Happy Friday Ambassador. Even if he doesn't drink coffee, he's still a good dude. Okay, let's see. I got a mess cleaned up in the kitchen. I was pretty happy about that. That's good. I'm glad that you got a mess cleaned up in the kitchen. I must have missed the first part of that conversation. Yes, Robert C. Stern is one of the amazing ambassadors. Yes, he is. He's a Metadime ambassador. And one of the things that I appreciate about Robert Stern and Stephen Uselak is their attitude is always uplifting. It's always positive. It's like if you have a problem, they'll flip the script on you. They're really good dudes that way. Let's see. Let's see. I know this to be a fact. Thanks for sharing, Teresa. I respect and honor a good, clean kitchen. That's right. I'm not sure who this is, but I'm hoping it's Ryan or somebody. Somebody tell me who that is right there. And look at this. I got a success of the week, but what is going on with, there it goes. Robert Stern said success of the week. Governor Murphy here in New Jersey last Monday suspended schools for the rest of the academic year. I emailed 419 high school principals about a live virtual graduation and had 15 Zooms meetings this week. 3 signed up, have 10 meetings set up early next week. Can you believe that? Congratulations, dude. That is a lot of work and a lot of phone calls and a lot of emails. And wow, that's seriously good. Teresa's with us. Seriously, though, I've begun to revive some websites that were on life support. Yay! Way to go. Way to make a move. This show has been giving me a boost every day, and the energy is helping me to get back on track ×3. That warms my heart. You see, that is why we work. I want my whole team to see this. I know that we think that show, and I get to be on the show, and my face is on the show, and that's all cool and great. But the truth is, my team makes this happen. This right here. So you guys breathe it in. Look at it. This is making a difference in the world. Somebody with her expertise and her thoughts, she's reviving her websites. Thank you. That made my day. That is success happening. So here we go. Is it Success Story Friday? Yes, it is. It is Success Story Friday. We get to celebrate people who are out there making a difference in the world and doing things that are good for people and good for, your soul. Wow, Robert, that is awesome. I heard rumors of a national graduation. Look at this. Good morning, Papa. Nice to see you on, Mr. Ray Hurst. Good morning, my friend. Papa Ray in the house. Here we go. MJ says, next week's show sounds very insightful. I will catch the replay. Yes, it is going to be an excellent, excellent show. And you can catch the replay. Let's see. My favorite person in the world who has a good heart is Jane. Good morning, Jane. Nice to see you on. So glad you're here with us. All right. So we're moving down. Let's see. I'm not sure this. Right on. Yay. Thanks for sharing your wins. Absolutely. Love that. Sharing the wins. And let's see. It's Brandon. Brandon, how are you? Is this Brandon Rennell? Please allow StreamYard access so I can see your beautiful picture in you. Rob and Helm, yes, but not personal enough. Not sure what that is, but it's a reply to something. Scott Stevens is an extraordinary person. His knowledge is like nothing I've ever seen. He is an amazing, accurate futurist. Yes, he's a good futurist. That's true. Scott is launching 2 shows on the Metadime channel next week, plus our Wednesday welcome guest. Check out all of Scott's. It's really going to be a week of featuring Scott, which is going to be a fun week, I got to tell you. And I want you to know we're buddies, so it's going to be, slap happy funny. And there's the man. Nice to see you, Brandon. All right. Thank you very much. It's so good to see you on here. And here's the man. There's Ryan. Thank you for being here, Ryan. I love yous. Okay, here we go. Sure, I get it. Just look at any way to celebrate. You love your approach because it's more personal. So here's this. Well done, Robert. Well done. I know, right? The guy really kicked butt this week. That's really good news. Great. Thanks, Brandon. It does ask periodically for you to update. We're so glad you're with us. Karen is having a protein shake to make her day a great day. That's correct. Our newest investment is happening right now and on the road to success. It is fencing for a very large garden. Yes, and it's got tall fences. Last night, 5 tons of compost was delivered. I thought about this and decided this may be one of the best investments of my life. Plus 12 videos were created yesterday. Way to go, Donnie. Man, you got some big stuff happening in your life over there, building a garden and a fence, and everybody needs to be building a garden. Brandon, I missed you. Welcome back, said Karen. And I love that. Thank you for being with us. Here's somebody that I love. Thank you for the compliment. Oh, you were listening, but you weren't participating. You were on, but you were quiet. Stephen Zara, thank you for the compliment. My success is being able to experience all the great people who are doing great things to help others. Yes. Stephen Uslak, yes. Donald Gifford is a profound thinker. Yes, he is. I really like that. And so are you, Mr. Stephen. You are very much a profound thinker. MJ, Robert said thank you. Look at this. Karen, missed you too. That's right. Everybody misses Karen right here. I am Vickie Helm's new friend. That's my accomplishment for the week. Now, do you see his sense of humor here? This is the new friend for the week right here. So, internal success, trusting self, intuition, and not being mirrored by external global agenda perspectives. That's right. Focus. And that brings me to the thing I want to share today, actually. That's the thing that I want to point out right now. And I'm going to take a sip of coffee because I can. Robert. I want Robert C. Stern to know that I'm going to spike his hot chocolate one day with a little bit of caffeine. That's right. I want to talk today about back in the day. Let's say back in the day, we have the good fortune right now that we have all the tools that we want to do something that people used to take peyote for and go out on the mountain and sit in caves and try to become enlightened with. We have all knowledge, all of it on the internet right now. There's knowledge we don't even think is knowledge, and it's on the internet. It's perspective. But knowledge is not consciousness. Knowledge could be the gateway to consciousness. And consciousness is vastly different than knowledge. Now, in between these two things, that's what shamanism knew. Shamanism knew that there was a difference between consciousness and knowledge. And that what happened when you became a shaman? What's the one skill that you had as a shaman? Your ability to bend reality, to shapeshift reality. And so when we're looking at it today, what you want to do moving forward is shapeshift by deciding. Now, the decision you made has a lot to do with here. The decisions that you're doing. Shape shifting isn't a thinking thing. Shape shifting is a consciousness thing. And the first thing that I think everybody gets robbed of is belief that they can shapeshift. But yet, if we look at somebody like, I'm using Arnold Schwarzenegger because everybody knows Arnold Schwarzenegger. He went from being a thin, skinny body. He built his body, shapeshift into this big bodybuilder. Then from having gyms, he was an entrepreneur. He had gyms and he was an entrepreneur. And then he decided, well, I'm going to be a best-selling author. So he did. He wrote a best-selling author book back in the day, and he became an actor. He went from being a gym member entrepreneur to an A-list actor. And he wasn't like an A-list actor at first. He was an A-list actor that grew into the A-list. He transformed into the A-list actor until finally he's got one of the most classic lines you could ever say, which is, "I'll be back." And that's like, that "I'll be back" sound. Everybody knows that. When you point out and you go, "I'll be back," everyone knows it's Arnold. That's like his signature phrase in that movie. And so what ended up happening was that he shifted out of that into politics. He went in and he was the governor of California. And all of those shape-shifting is moving your reality. It's the belief that you can move that reality. And so there's a lot of times that the number one thing you're robbed of is the belief that you can shift anything. It's the belief that it's hard to do. It's a belief that it's hard to. That's what they want you to believe. But if you removed all those beliefs and thought, I can shift consciousness because I am soul, I am the divine, and that's what I am. And that means one of the gifts of being the divine being is that you have the ability to shapeshift. You have the ability to overcome. You have the ability to shape in your mind and create in consciousness. Now, that requires some form of acting. It requires some form of focus. I want to say a couple of things. During the Great Depression, when there was max financial collapse, when everything fell apart, there were still some people who got very rich, but they didn't pay attention to the noise around them and believe the story of, we're going broke, we're going to have nothing, there's no jobs. The thing is, what you plant in your mind, the seed that you plant in your mind, you're going to water it and grow it, whether it's this, hi, they're taking away our rights and we're going to be not free anymore. So if you weren't going to be free anymore, I mean, if it was me and somebody said they're taking away our rights, we're not going to be free anymore and they're going to force us to have a vaccine and they're going to force us to do this, I would start thinking, how do I get out of that thing? Like if somebody was going to take my freedom from me, I'd start right now and be going, where am I going to go that's free? Where am I going to be where I have a bit of control of my life? Where am I going to have that? Where is it going to shapeshift to? I would put inside the answer, not outside, inside the answer. We have a reticular activating system that if you tell it what to look for, it goes out there like crazy and looks for it. We just don't apply it to the things. We kind of like let it happen for us. So our reticular activating system is the part of us that says, I think I want to buy a Jeep. And suddenly you start noticing that Jeep on the road everywhere. Like there's that Jeep, and it almost validates it for you. Go buy that Jeep. You've seen it so many times. That's a clue from the universe that you should buy it. No, that's your reticular activating system going, Jeep. She wants a Jeep. Your reticular activating system doesn't know you have to go buy one. It just knows that you want one. So it's showing you what you want. So in this moment, you have the power, and I'm talking deep power right here. What do you want to shapeshift? Because if you learn to shift anything, then you have created the most powerful form of consciousness that can help you become anything. And that's learnable. It's doable. That's the best viewpoint, following your own wave. Amazing with the level of distractions we have today. Congratulations. I want to let you know that that's what we have. We have a lot of distractions. We have a lot of them. Shared my success. I've also 60 followers are on my music page. Way to go, Brandon. You are kicking butt and taking names. Look at this. Coming up with a cool idea for 100 followers. Great. Keep singing. Keep doing it. Keep doing what you're doing. Evidently, it's working. Congratulations. That's a terrific milestone. It is. It's working and doing it. These are the kinds of success. Now, I want to take Brandon as an example because he's the perfect example. On the very first Coffee Break Show, we had Felicia Slattery on. And he was like, how can I brand myself as a country music star? And she said, well, you can go ahead and record a song and put it up on YouTube and you could be a country recording artist. Country recording artist. It requires that you do this, this, and this. And she was like, this is how you begin to shapeshift. I think Brian Rogers, I don't know if he's here, but he's a great example of shapeshifting. Brian, who's in this group, he is and was in real estate. I had no idea. One of the top real estate people in the world, but especially in the United States. I mean, big time. He had a real estate investing thing and everything else. And super, super mega success. And he's shifting right now from real estate into this health and nutrition expert who does plant-based barbecuing, plant-based recipes. He's got this new book out that goes ahead and explores that. He went from real estate and shape-shifted into being this other thing. That's the beauty of consciousness. Consciousness is when we act upon it. When you think about it, it means nothing. Nothing. When you think about it, all it does is give you time to simmer. And what you start getting is visions about dreams, about what you think. It's like you shut your eyes and the mind screen comes on and you're like, wow, we could. And you start writing down ideas. But if you don't take the shape-shifting action, nothing happens, right? So he went from real estate all the way over to plant-based cooking, and he's got his first cookbook out. And he's written books on real estate investing. But now if you look at real estate investing, barbecue. I mean, it's a vast jump. That's the transformation, following his passion. And the reason he did is because he lost a bunch of weight. It made him really healthy. And he wants to share that with the world. He wants to serve the world in that purpose. That is the power of the opportunities we have right now. Shape-shifting used to be this thing. You had to go get a vision, get on a hill, and blah, blah, blah. Technology has come in and made shape-shifting right now. Right now, you can shape-shift as soon as the idea is in. And the power of being able to do that is the skill set of the future that's going to carry you through. That moment right now, how willing are we to change that? So to this, every Friday, Brandon, let's celebrate those successes. Yes, let's please do that. Knowledge is not enlightenment. You got that right. And I think that's a Ryan statement right there. Letting go of paradigms to keep an open mind leads us to the power of consciousness. That's right. And shifting in that consciousness requires that you do what Ryan did today. You take all your focus off external forces and you bring them in here and you say, what is it that the divine is asking me to create? Because I will tell you something. Do you know that God's will and your will are the same will? Do you know that the master, the divine, the master's will and your will are the same will? And one of the things that happen is we think that God wants something for us that we don't want. That's not true. That the heart of that, the very heart, the very soul of that is that everything has been set up for you right now to have what you want, to create what you want, provided by whom? The person who's setting this up, provided by whom? That's somebody who's on your side. Somebody who's saying, yes, the divine and you are working together. Not the divine wants you to give up something about you that you really love and everything else and drop it and move away. No, they want to access it, use it, combine it, shapeshift it. And in that shapeshifting, anything, you can shapeshift and think, well, okay, right now my income is not where I want it to be. And wham, you can shapeshift it and think about where do I want it to be as the first place. And from that moment, remember that we have the moment of you have to let go of the idea of I want to make more money and say, I want to serve more people and mean it. Mean that you want to serve more people. Money in the future is going to come from serving people, not selling people. Is a big difference. The future everybody's going to be smarter. They're going to feel screwed over. They're going to be cynical. They're going to be feeling abandoned. They're going to be feeling cautious. Yes, there are some people that are going to feel opportunistic. They're going to see the idea. They're going to see the thing that they can have or do, and they're going to go after it. But the masses, they're not going to be feeling, all the people who have lost their job or lost someone they love, they're not going to be like, ooh, let's spend $2,000 on this thing. They're going to be very cautious. They're going to make sure you're authentically serving. Authentically, you don't want to sell them, you want to serve them, and why you want to serve them. They have to know the why. Why do you want to serve them? And we have, the more people you serve, the more wealth you will build. And then there's going to be the plan of attack of building assets. So I'm going to go over to Brandon. My success for today is switching out my fall winter to my spring summer, as well as organizing, cleaning my room, and creating a daily, weekly schedule. Very nice. Those are good, solid goals, because when you clean up your space, something else can enter. An idea for a song, something that helps you have creative influence. One of my favorite people is here, and I'm going to just read this. Thank you, Stephen. The great thing, I actually listened to my grandma Naomi when she told me stories. I used to sit there in awe listening to her memories of the wagon trains to Colorado and the Homestead Act and everything that followed afterwards. The Homestead Act was a cool thing. I took her stories to heart as she helped prepare me for what is happening right now. I appreciate wonderful people like you. That is amazing. Do you hear that, Brandon? I'm just saying. There's some love out there for you today. Oh my God, so many people talking. Okay, I'm getting there, you guys. I'm getting there. Let's see. Brandon is smiling. Hashtag 3-in-1. Bam, exactly. All right, let's go. Sorry, I can't remember where you live, but there is a cold front moving through the country, U.S., over the next week. Check out Scott's weather show. He's been reporting on it and doing a really good job, just a really good job. Okay, sounds like living in the now, Ryan McShane. It is ever unfolding if you allow it. That's correct. Okay, here we go. Negative seeds become negative fruit, and positive seeds become positive fruit. Brandon, this is so cool, but I got to say, if this was Stephen Uselak's bumper sticker, that's what it would say. Negative seeds become negative fruit, and positive seeds become positive fruit. That's shape-shifting right there. Thank you. Oh, and look, here's Stephen. The most important thing in the world is not necessarily what you do, but who you raise. Yes, that actually is a key. That's a good insight. I'm so happy that you are who you are, and I know you're a great person because of how you were raised, Stephen. Yes, that's beautiful. Thank you. I want to say, Scott says, we progress from I can't to I hope, then I believe. Next is I know, and then one graduates to I have done, which is the state of attainment that is the I am. Oh, God. Now, listen, this is the guy we're interviewing next week. And there it is. This is why I love the man this much right now. This is perfect Scott-isms. We progress from I can't to I hope. Then I believe. The next is I know. And then one graduates to I have done, which is the state of the attainment that is the I am. Oh, God, I need that on my wall. I need that. Somebody needs to like make a meme with that or something. Please, we do not want to lose this one. This is beautiful. Thank you, Scott. This is the truth for me. I know it. I've lived it. I've become it. Thank you so much. That was like, that's as good as it gets. Robert, your project celebrates a personal side of these important milestones for graduates and their parents and family. Remember, small colleges do. Yes, thank you very much. Robert, I know that you're listening and you're kind of in the audience today, but you're actually a really good activist. I know that you like social media, but you do a lot of activism type social media. I think that's really impressive, and I think it's really cool. And I just wanted to share that with you. Karen says, hi, Ryan. Robin says, and I believe that we can go beyond our upbringing because not everyone has been blessed with the ripest environment during formative years, but we can grow beyond that. Yes, Yes, we can. Yes. Going over here, Teresa says, my grandmother said that the steps we need to follow are to take the apparently impossible and turn it into the improbable. Ooh, think about how to get where we need to go, then take the improbable and make it happen. Yes. I always say this. My family says this. My sister Edie taught me a lot. And one of the things she taught me was that you can make something out of nothing. And that it goes both positive and negative. You can make something out of nothing. And I was like, yes, we can make something out of nothing. And this is right here, I think, one of the key factors. And it's so important to understand this. I mean, my grandmother said the steps we need to follow are to take the apparently impossible. It's impossible and turn it into the improbable. Think about how to get where you need to go, then take the improbable and make it happen. That is beautiful. Thank you. I love this. Profound, serving people and why you want to serve people. Yes, people won't believe you if you don't believe in your why. The reason the why is so important, the reason you share the why is because everybody has ears to listen. That's true, but that's only part of listening. The other way they listen is through, like, they sensate it. They can sensate whether you're being honest. They can sensate whether that you're speaking passionately or authentically. And when you say your why, that's the key. That's the reassurance key for them. That's the place where somebody can say, this is why, and you can feel it. You know it's the truth. You know, you feel aligned to it, or you don't. If you say why and people are shysting, when you say why, what you allow people to do is take their BS detector, their inside BS detector, and feel you out. If you're saying the truth, they'll feel it and know it. If you're not, and there's like a little red flag going up, they may, listen to you or not. If I get a red flag, I'm out of there. You're going to try to talk me out of my red flag, but my red flag is me talking to me. And so when you share your why, people know why. Like when I do the Coffee Break Show, people know why I do it, period. If you're on for a minute and you look at the channel, you'll know the why of why we do it. Move from I want to make more money to how many more people I can serve, Vickie Helm. That's right. Move from I want to make more money, and I want to make more money online, because that's like, hi, I want to make more money online. How do you serve more people? Because that's really how that cash flow begins. And let's see. I love this. Fu Chan. Good morning, lovely community. Good morning. I'm so glad you're here. I'm enjoying that you're with us. Thank you for being with us. I love this. Hey, how's it going? Checking in late. Wishing everyone an awesome Mother's Day this weekend. That's right. It's going to be a good weekend to celebrate moms. Let's see. Robert, feel the love. That's right. Great words from Scott Stevens. I know the guy is full of great words. Just like if you have dinner with him, he's like that too. But I want to let you know, we know that Scott's very intelligent and all that, but he's also a trickster and he's fun. He is the kind of guy that he's very witty. He'll say something funny really fast. He's very loving, very kind. And all he wants to do is share his wisdom with the world so he can improve the lives of others. And I love his heart for that. Positive man. Love you, Scott, so much. Okay, moving along. I love that. Impossible, improbable, possible, achieving. I know, right? That's like a perfect one right there. This is Teresa's equation right here. It's like this: impossible, improbable, possible, achieving. That's right. Like this. Hi, Barb. Happy Mother's Day to you. So while we're on that, happy Mother's Day, Karen. I think you rock and you work harder at being a mom than the average mom does. Sorry, just a minute. And I appreciate how much you love Ada and protect her and keep her safe. Thank you. I just really love that. Robin, happy Mother's Day. You have incredible kids. Stephen's wife, Judy, happy Mother's Day. You raised a good husband and kids. No, I'm sorry. Did I say husband? Happy Mother's Day to you. To all moms out there, but especially mine, Mom, I love you. Thank you for bringing me life, and I appreciate you. Happy Mother's Day. Don, happy for your fence, but your videos are extraordinary. We're so blessed to have you on the Metadime team. We are. Donnie says, good morning. Stephen says, my wife Judy is listening, asking me to tell you all her success today is making blueberry jam, my favorite. I want to let you know Robin is wicked good at making blueberry jam. And yesterday she made candied jalapenos, jalapeno jam, one of my favorite. Girlfriend, I have to tell you, Robin and I do that as well. Karen Sachs, need to get a hold of them. If you know anyone there, let me know. That's cool. They're working together to get those colleges with a graduation. Stephen, thank you for being you. Donald, yummy. My inner just shared with me that it's true success. Yes, that's good. Listen to the stories of all older people is a powerful and deep experience. I try to do that as often as possible. That's true. Okay. Yay, Judy. I love blueberries. This is the person who makes blueberry jam, apricot jam, candied jalapenos. She makes jalapeno jam. Yeah, there's your soulmate. There's Judy right there. I'll be right over. I appreciate the love and heart that goes into canning, food prep. Woohoo, hugging you, Judy. See? Pretty soon we'll be over. When's cake? Serve versus sell seems like a viable template for the remainder of this century. Yes, just forever. Serve people, don't sell people. Thank you very much for that. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. Yes, Dolly Long, if you happen to be out there, happy Mother's Day to you too. Robin, Brandon is in New Jersey. I think we're both going to be cold this weekend. Yes, it's going to be a cold weekend for that coast. Vickie, thank you for loving Ada and me. And I do ridiculously much. I can't even talk about it. It makes me cry. You know, I love you, man. All right, you guys. So here's the thing. We've gone over time and it's headed towards the weekend. And I want to let you know, don't ever listen to the voice within you that tells you you can't, that you are incapable, that you are helpless. That voice is coming from propaganda and it's a bunch of BS. You are a piece of the divine. And that means you have the inheritance of the divine as well. It's kind of like hereditary, you know? So if your mom is musical and your dad's mathematical and you're good at piano and you're good at math, that's hereditary. And that means that creative gifts, the one that we get from God, because that seems to be what the divine does, is create. And all of it is opportunity. And how your mind perceives that opportunity is your opportunity to shift and change. Find that power within you. All right, you guys, peace out. I love you all so much. Thanks. Bye. Have a good weekend.